And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kassarian, and welcome to another episode of my SMP series. Nick is not available today, so we're going to be doing some stuff solo. That's right, solo time. And to start, we're going to be making some deep storage units. Hold on. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so what are we doing with these deep storage units? Well, we have a lot of crap. Alright? And we're going to have to start working on storing that crap in a way that is somewhat sensible. So how do we make... Oops, that's right, we're in NEI link mode. So how do we make a deep storage unit? That's a good question. We need 4 reinforced strong boxes. Do we have any? No. Awesome. Alright, so that means we're going to have to get a hard strong box. And that means we're going to need some chests. We have plenty of other chests, but no chests that we can actually really use. Great. So let's wait for this stuff to work it out. Get rid of this bronze chest plate. It's too damaged to really be useful. As I continue trying to clean out my ME system over here. Alright, we got 4 chests, which gets us 4 hardened strong boxes. Awesome. Alright, so now we need some of these reinforced ones. Reinforced strong box. Awesome. And we have hardened glass. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. And we also are going to need some tesseracts. Oh, that's Nick. Okay, hold on. So let's check which type of tesseract the deep storage unit needs. I don't remember whether it needs a full tesseract, just a tesseract frame, or what. We need a tesseract frame full. So let's see if we can make these. Okay, we don't have any of that Enderium. Alright, so we're going to need to get ourselves some Enderium blend. Shiny metal and 3 tin. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Tin. Alright. And that Enderium blend, how much do we get? We also need some more Ender Pearls. Ender Pearl Dust, Enderium Blend. That gets us 4, which is enough, alright? And then we're going to need some shiny metal. Alright, shiny ingot, not too bad. And then we're going to need Ender Pearls. We're actually going to need 8 of them. And we're also going to need some... Oh gosh, what is this stuff called? Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. We're going to need a bucket, at least 1. Good thing we have plenty, right? Right. Okay, so let's get this rolling now. Oh, we're also going to need some pyrotheum. Oh, good. We already have some in our network. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's run over to my machine shop, which I believe has all of my manual machines still in it, unless Nick has borrowed half of them to work with them himself. As you can see, everything's been nice and prettied up. Our reactor's currently on standby. We need to update to the latest version of everything to get things working again, but that's alright. So let's come over here, and I should have a magma crucible. Awesome. And are you actually hooked up to the ME network? I do not believe you are. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. That makes my life a heck of a lot easier. Alright, so let's throw the shiny in, and let's throw the tin in there. And as usual... Oh, right. I was testing something, which is why I have this creative energy cell on me, so hold on for a couple seconds. Let's get rid of that. One of the upsides to being an admin on the server. You get to work on stuff and make sure nothing's getting too horribly derped out. So we get that and that. And we're going to throw just 1 bucket in there. And we should be able to say that this and this plus 1 of these gets us some Enderium blend. Beautiful. And now we need... Huh. He must have borrowed my induction smelter. How much would it take for me to build a new one? Induction. All right. I know I'm going to need a machine frame. I know I'm going to need some reception coil. And I know I'm going to need some gears. And now, let's see what we can do with our induction smelter. Beautiful. Okay, so we're just going to chuck these in. And do I have a hopper laying around in my network? I just happen to have a hopper laying around. And this gets us Enderium ingots. Okay? Okay. Now, I don't know if I've actually shown you guys in this series how to make one of these things before, but it's pretty useful. By pretty useful, I mean it's absolutely awesomely useful. Eat ourselves some apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Right? Right. At least that's what they tell me. So we're going to need a tesseract frame. Thank you. We're out of hardened glass. I'll have to remember to tell Nick about that. And we have another full bucket of resident ender. And we can get ourselves a tesseract frame empty. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I forgot that I had this thing in there too. So we're going to let this process down. And that'll kick out over to here. One of the things I like about Ender IO conduits is they're pretty much instant. Alright, so now let's run all the way back up to our main base, because we're going to have to do some work now. Some real work. And I also want to make sure that my B room isn't derping out on me. We're still good in here? Yes, we are still good. And I think this thing is well over full. Alright. So let's get rid of that honey drum. Actually, I think pretty much everything would be over full now. Get rid of this oil drum. Okay, fuel drum isn't full yet. Awesome. Then I'll have to fix that for you guys off camera. You guys have seen me craft those before. In case you haven't, let's take a quick look. Drum empty. We're going to need a cauldron. We're going to need some of these weighted pressure plates. We're actually going to need 2 of these. Yes, it's expensive, but trust me, I have enough resources that by now, it isn't that big of a deal to me anymore. Alright, 2 more drums. Thunk. That's just visual, but it still drives me absolutely nuts. And let's put down another drum right there. Which lets that guy run. Alright, there we go. So that's good, awesome. I'm going to have to start selling oil. Just call me the Sheikh of Oman. Anyways, alright, so let's get back to our main base and we can start crafting this stuff up. Because we need to do something with that too. Oi! We're just filling up everything today. Alright. That's how we get back upstairs. So as you can see, we have plenty of different things that we need to store. Lots and lots of. We're full on that. We're full on all of this crap. Oi. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to just drop this thing in, and we're going to look up our deep storage unit one more time. You guys are probably going, geez, Kess, this is expensive. Yeah, it kind of is, but it also gets us 4 deep storage units. What do deep storage units do, you ask? Well, now. Deep storage units are kind of like barrels on steroids. Like, super awesome steroids. So let me move this. Place that back down. Alright, and now we're going to remove this storage bus here. Alright? And what we're going to do is we're going to open up this thing. And we're actually going to get an export bus. Which we don't have any. Okay. How have I not programmed that into my network yet? And that interface is, of course, going to take bloody forever to craft. So basically, what these systems do is actually quite awesome. They can store an almost unlimited number of one type of item. For example, royal jelly. Which you can see me rapidly storing. Like that. Okay? And that means we can actually now get rid of this barrel. Oh, and that's an MCPC thing. I apologize. Okay. Now, do I have any royal jelly in my network? I do. I do have some in my network. So let's see if that interface is done yet. No. Which means you're waiting on something. What on earth are you waiting on? Let's go over here and check it out. Nether quartz? We're missing nether quartz? Oh god. Someone's gonna have to go nether mining, and it's not gonna be me. Well, actually, at this rate, it probably is going to be me. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hook up this export bus up here, and we're just going to export everything into the DSU. Alright, so let me come back to you guys in a few minutes after I get myself some nether quartz. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my export bus to the back here. And I'm going to tell it to export stacks of honey drop. Yes. Just fill her right up. Alright. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted royal jelly in there. Oops. Let's come back over here and let's redo this. If I can get... There we go. Unfortunately, it only lets you pull stacks out, but that's alright. So we're going to see that very rapidly fill up. And get all of our royal jelly out of the network. Which is good, because it's probably spread across like 5 different storage units right now. And we're going, and we're going, and we're going, and we're done. Okay. So now, and you kind of want to do this in a hurry, because what you don't want to have happen is you don't want your other systems to decide to dump more of a specific fluid type into your network. Alright, so we're going to get our storage bus back. Notice that it says it's pre-configured. That's because we right-clicked it rather than breaking it with a pickaxe like that. If we'd broken it like that with a pickaxe, it wouldn't have stayed pre-configured for royal jelly. Alright, let's come back over to here. And we're full on propolis as well. Alright, so let's just pick that up, put that down. We're going to take that off and put down another DSU. Just like that. Okay? And now, let's do pretty much the exact same thing. Just check to make sure I have propolis in my network. I do, in fact, have propolis in my network. So we can come back here, reconfigure this, and dump all of this stuff into my net. And we want it to move stacks for us. And yes, this is kind of a difficult process. Not difficult. It is kind of a slow process to do this. But it's honestly not that bad. And the benefit is that we really don't have to worry about storage anymore. Alright, so we're just going to yank that back off. And we're just going to put back down our storage bus, which will keep its configuration. Nice. Now, these things are pretty expensive to make. It's not a huge big deal to make them, but they are, you know, a little expensive. If I look up gravel, okay, good. Ooh, hold on. I have some tin and gravel ore. And we can do that. Chuck that in there. Are there any other ore types that I haven't been processing? Platinum, cobalt. We have more aluminum than I know what to do with. And all the nether ores. Okay. Let's clear that out. Ooh, an active division sigil. Okay, cobalt, platinum, rutile, purified crushed uranium. I still can't use that in Electrocraft system, in Reactorcraft. Hopefully that'll fix after the most recent update. I'm hoping. Kind of praying, actually. Alright, that's not full, that's not full. That's full. Alright, stone dust is full. How much stone dust do I have? Too much. Bloody well too much. Alright. Oh, and we also need to empty this. Alright, so let's get... You know what? There's an easier way to do this, I think. Let's move that over to there. Give me a precision import, please. Yeah, we'll just suck that right out. Alright. So we should see in our deep storage unit, we should have propolis in there. And actually, now that there's no more propolis in my network, did you stop exporting for some unknown reason? Hold on. Oh, right, no, because I already did that. Okay. So now, let's take a look at stone dust. Alright, so that's there. Do I have that import bus yet? Nope, still working on it. Alright, so let's do this. Put that back down. Let's get that yanked off of there with a deep storage unit. Now let's get a piece of stone dust just so we can configure this thing. Alright, and just what I'm doing is I'm trying to free up some space in my ME network. You know, no big deal. Move stacks of items if you'd be so kind. And that should move into there. Actually, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm actually not going to do this for stone dust. Because I realized that stone dust, while it is a useful material to have, right? Okay, so how much... Okay, too much of that. Alright, so let's see if that import bus is done yet. Alright, there we go. And I think these import buses with the better barrels can actually pull out of the top. Yes, they can. So we're just going to set that to move stacks, and that's going to yank that all out. Nice, okay. Now, here's the thing with stone dust, right? Oh, by the way, when you break a DSU, it does not drop its items. Alright. So here's the thing with this DSU, right? I have a better idea. And it's going to require a bit of crafting, because at some point, Nick and I are going to want to expand our ME network across dimensions. And there is a way to do that, but we need an item to do it with. And let me see. Oh, I have all the way up to a storage cluster. Let's see. I want to look up 64K. Which, if I'm right, is a cluster. Do I have 64K programmed? 4K. No. Do I have a 64K unit in here somewhere? No. Alright, let's... Well, it is programmed somewhere in there, but I'm not certain where it's programmed. Do I have one in my ME condenser is the real question. I do not. Okay. So what I'm going to make, and I want to check something. I know I won't have... Okay, so I have the Certus Quartz dust. Do I have the actual Certus Quartz? Yes, I do. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a full storage cluster. And that's going to literally cause this entire system to kind of go, Herg! What are we doing? Come on, man. Don't do this to us. And hopefully I'll have enough crap to make it. If I put that in here, I can switch this over to condense it to singularities. It requires a storage cluster to be in this slot, right? See this little slot right there for storage units? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to here. Oh, add this to here. And this is currently set to priority 1. So I'm going to pop back up to here, right? And that's done. So let me... that won't forget its thingy, though. So let me do that. And let's do this. Okay. And we're going to break that. Okay. And I'm still going to use this DSU for something. What I'm going to use it for is just temporarily storing all the stone dust that's in my network. Alright, precision export to there. Stack mode stone dust. And that's going to yank all of the stone dust that's in my network, all 17K of it, out of this thing and dump it into here. All right. And I'm actually going to put this guy back into place. All right. Because I don't need that much stone dust. There is literally nothing I'm going to use that much for. All right. You can use it to make CF foam and stuff like that. Honestly, it's not that important. What I am going to do is, okay, good. We're on set to priority 2. So you guys saw how this worked with my geostrata crap. Oh, we're full up on coal, too. That's probably a better place to use the DSU. Alright, so that's going to chew through. And let's see how much stone dust we have in there. Fair amount. Alright, fair amount. And I may want to do a DSU for redstone as well. Yeah. Alright, so let's take a look at this. That's still running. Let me... Yeah, this is going to take a few minutes. Nah, not that long. We're already down past the point where it would really be useful. Alright, so we have a lot of stuff in here. We have a lot of rubber wood and a lot of raw rubber. I think Nick was running his contraption the other day. So that's going to run through. We have a lot of depleted uranium. Jeez, we have a lot of depleted uranium dust. Alright, we'll have to fix that at some point. So that's going to just keep on running. So yes, this is how to manage storage with Advanced Systems Day. Alright, so that's... we empty yet? No. 1... Oh shoot, it's going to be the wrong type of tin. 2... No, it's IC2 tin. 3... 4. Alright. And hopefully we have the right type of... Oh, it's doing thermal expansion 10. Oh, but it'll auto-convert. Never mind. Alright. Good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so do we have all of our stone dust in here now? Yes, we do. Okay. So I'm going to break that. And then that should be reconfigured, right? Did you lose all the stone dust that was in there? Oh, right, because I pulled it all out. Okay. So now that's hooked up there. That's hooked up downstairs. And I just want to see if that cluster is done. All right, not yet. Let's see how close it is. Because I don't want to hook this up until the cluster's actually finished. Okay, so we're now on to the last 3 storage blocks. That's fine. That is fine. Let me come back in a few minutes once this is done. Because I think that's going to be our best option for today. Yeah, let me be right back and I'll show you guys how this is going to work. And we're back, guys. Alright, so we now have our cluster. It's taken about 20 minutes to process, to build it, I'd say. And we're just going to throw it into here. Awesome. Now, here's what we're going to do. Alright, we have that DSU full of stone dust, right? Right. So we take our import bus. Let's make sure everything's set up. That's set up. Let's make sure it's set up on the back, which it is. And let's take care of this. Alright, so we are going to just drop our import bus up here and set it to move stacks of items. What we should see is that this thing quickly starts to fill up. Alright? And this is a good way, by the way, using these barrels and priority modes to basically assign that you only want to keep, 64 stacks inside an inventory. Now, let's check out downstairs. Alright? What we should see down here is that this is filling up with a, quote, accumulated energy as we store more and more items in the storage cell. And once it hits 256,000 items, it's going to ding, well, metaphorically ding, and give us a storage unit, or give us a singularity. which will allow us to do some really cool stuff. At the same time, it's going to keep my system nice and clean, and I won't have to actually worry about the darn thing. So that's going to pull all the items out, and we've basically solved our stone storage problem. All right, any other items that we have? We have 8,573. So we have a little bit more coal than I'd like in my network right now. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see, are you done yet? Not quite, almost. Good way of saying it. Not quite, but almost. All right, what other items do we have an absolute metric ton of? Dirt and cobble, but that's all being stored in there. All right. 16,384, right? 16,384. 21,000, that's all being stored up there. I almost want to switch that around. Beeswax, we have 28672. Ooh, yeah, that's causing an issue. Okay. So now, let's wait for this thing to finish up. And there's a little bit of an easier way to do it than I've been doing it. And I'll show that to you guys right now. And stored 0. Awesome. We can break that as well. So let's chunk down our deep storage unit and our export bus. We will configure this, and we'll configure it to move beeswax. And we should see beeswax will get pulled out of our primary network and stored into there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this barrel once it's empty and put the deep storage unit back in its place, which is a pretty more efficient, let's say, way of doing things. But now that we've done some storage management, I think it's time to end this episode. This has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I really enjoyed doing this. Please give a like, comment, and or subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed watching me. Check out Nick's channel, or Techrin's channel. It'll be linked in the description below. Also, check out Psychion Roa, twitch.tv/PsychionRoa. Link will be in the description. She is a streamer who is pretty good, who operates from this server as well. As usual, guys, happy mining.